Elimination Day. It's a holiday. Columbus weekend comes early. It's a Elimination Day.
Pitch to Cano. He struck him out swinging 2-way. Now Rogers is set. It'll be a payoff. And he struck him out swinging 1 away. So near and yet so far. Jeter leads off first. And the fastball strike 3 outside corner 2-way. Now the right-hander is set. And the pitch. He struck him out swinging. Ball game over. Tigers win. Well, the Detroit Tigers take a 2-1 lead in the best-of-5 series, and they get a game at home tomorrow to wrap it up and go to the American League Championship Series against Oakland.
How about that? How about that? I'm going to Pac-Bell for the next 10 years with the big guy season tickets. Good morning, everybody. How are you today? This is going to be a fun Saturday, Yankee fans. Where are the Yankee fans? Where are the Yankee fans? Where are they? Are they here? Are they in Detroit? Where are the Yankee fans? Kenny, Rogers, the gambling man. Where are the Yankee fans? Where are they? Speaking of that, where are the Yankees? A-Rod, David, where are they? Bernie Williams, hey Bernie, stay on the bench tonight. Where are the Yankee fans? The Yankees are 81 strikes, 27 outs, one little measly loss away from absolute embarrassment. To the Detroit Tigers, this is a team that could not beat Kansas City last weekend. Where are the Yankee fans? Where are they today? I want to hear from the Yankee fans. Where's Rick Cerrone today? Think I can get Randy Johnson on? How about Chef? How about it? Where are the Yankee fans? 6-0 to Detroit. Motown Mojo. Oh, is it sweet? Sweet. Oh, you couldn't get any better than this. I couldn't have orchestrated it better. My goodness. Spend $225 million, have $20 million players in every position, and go down without a whimper to Kenny Rogers? Oh, I know he pitched well, but my God. Where are the Yankee fans? Where are the Yankee fans? The bleacher creatures. Where are they? May I see? Where is my big guy? Where is Malusis, that fraud? Where are they? Where's my old man? Speaking of frauds, where are the Yankee fans? Kenny, the gambling man. How about Giambi throw the ball all over the place? I even get a call that helps me on the play at third. Where are the Yankee fans? Jeter can't catch a line drive. Randy with the bad back. Cano can't bend down and get a ground ball. Bernie wailing away in strikeouts on curveballs. Where are the Yankee fans? Woo! 81 strikes. 81. That's it. 27 outs. 9 innings. And it's done. And who are you pitching today? The bus man. That's Jarrett Wright. Before you put that game on today, Yankee fans, put on the tape from 2 years ago, Game 5 against Houston, when Jarrett Wright was wrong. Where are the Yankee fans? The Detroit Tigers with Monroe and Granderson and Casey and Carlos Guillen. He's the best player in the field. Best player on the field. Detroit Mojo. I'll tell you, I'll say this. You lose this game today or tomorrow, I don't care, Super Bowl Sunday, I will start the show with the Yankee bust. $225 million bust. I will start the Saturday morning on February 3rd. Won't even wish my wife a happy birthday. The Yankees are a bust. Now we can continue. Because this is the ultimate disgrace. Where are the Yankee fans?
WFAN New York.
Saturday, all the baseball. Let's kick it off with Eddie on a car phone. Eddie, what's going on, pal?
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Hello, Ed.
Two things. 200 million, not one run.
I know, it's hard to believe. I mean, I thought, like everybody else, Morgan, the same thing, that this team was just a rock, that this team's lineup was as good as we've ever seen in the history of the sport, better than the 27 Yankees. And basically, they've had one inning. I mean, they had a home run by Damon, and they had a 5-run inning on Tuesday night, and that has been it. And this is they don't hit. I mean, maybe they're showing you that you're better off putting some role guys in there. It's no secret that when Tino and O'Neill and Brocious were there, the Yankees won. And now they got stars all over the place, and they can't win. I mean, this is 6 years in a row now. I mean, where they've had double, triple the payroll, a gluttony of resources, obscene, and then they can't get out of the first round again. Now listen, they got 81 strikes to get, 81 big strikes to get, but this is very, very sweet if you're a Yankee hater. Very sweet.
Well, Chris, I heard a little.
I mean, you can make an argument that A-Rod, but you know, the idea that the Yankees are going to back up the truck, I say I can't buy that because there's nobody they can trade. They're all here. You know, Pavano's going nowhere. Wright's got an $80 million contract for next year. Johnson's making $16 million for next year. Sheffield, they can get rid of. Okay, that's one. But Giambi's going to be here. A-Rod's got no trade. Who are they trading exactly? They just gave Damon $52 million. Who are they trading? But the Yankees don't have any. They're not firing Joe, although they shouldn't. I know Pinella stands there in the shadows, but, I mean, where are they going, this franchise? You go in all the regular season games. See, that's the issue with the Yankees. When you have as much money as they do and spend it as liberally as they do and have Hall of Famers who don't play in games, when you do that, you have to win the whole thing. You get nothing for winning 97 games. Who cares now about a 5-game sweep in Fenway in August? It doesn't make any difference. You got to win 11 games. Rob in Norwalk. Rob, what's going on?
Hey, Chris, the best team money can buy. The best team money can buy.
We're going to get a group of Yankee haters. I want to hear the Yankee fan today. Well, we're going to get a lot of Yankee haters on today. And this is going to be a very rough day if you're a Yankee fan. There's no question about it.
See if we can give Mike a call. See if we can get Al Leiter back.
Yeah, I mean, hey, who knows? You know, it wasn't Johnson's fault last night necessarily. And that can stop on that ground ball. Abreu played that bloop poorly. Giambi makes a terrible play. They made a bad call at third base. I mean, I don't want to make Randy out to be, heroic, but, I mean, he did deserve better in that second inning. Now, in the sixth inning, he gave up 3 rockets. But in that third inning, my God. I mean, Giambi can't throw it. Cano, can you dive? Can Cano dive? There's Jimmy in Dumont, New Jersey. Jim?
Chris, we're coming at this from different angles because I'm a huge Met fan, but this could be a beautiful Saturday, let me tell you. And, oh, my God, I just talked to Nira about an hour ago, and I said, when did Kenny Rogers turn into Bob Gibson?
Well, maybe you can call back in an hour and make it every hour on the hour there, Jimmy. You can't call twice in 3 hours. Come on, here is Maurice on the cell phone. Maurice, what's going on today?
Yes, Chris. You know what? I'm actually tired of this.
Are you a Yankee fan, Maurice?
Yes, I am. I was at the rain out. I have a partial season ticket playing since 98. Prices keep going up. They keep spending money on all these all-stars. Can't get it done in the postseason. I'm getting tired of this. I don't want to hear the Mets fans today because I don't bash them. But the Yankees, Joe Torre, they're not acknowledging him. He has to do something different. I don't care. I'm tired of waiting for the home run. Play a little small ball. Get the runners over. Last night they had leadoff doubles. Can't get the running. They got old arms. Randy Johnson can't get it done. Spending all this money. I'm tired. Bring up some young blood.
Well, listen, he won't play Cabrera today, and he won't play Bernie today. Here goes Sheffield Matsui. But I know what you're saying. The Yankees, maybe they're too top-heavy. It's possible. Yankees have no charm as a franchise. That's a big problem with them. They have absolutely no charm. None. Tigers got a little charm to them. Now, who would have thought this last week? But the Tigers got some charm. You know, Granderson's fun to watch. Guillen's fun to watch. Monroe and Thames, fun to watch. Verlander, fun to watch. Zumaya, fun to watch. Yankees are the guys who are fun to watch. There's Jeff in Westchester. Jeff, what's going on?
Hey, Chris, how you doing?
Hello, Jeff.
They're all fun to watch as they're beating the Yankees.
Yeah, exactly right.
2 points. So are you guys going to do the show next year from the West Coast?
What do you mean by that?
Doesn't Mike owe you season tickets?
Well, he owes me. He said on a Saturday morning here in New York. Mike, what's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Chris?
All right, Mike, what's happening, pal?
All right, at least one Yankee fan's willing to call up and take his
Well,
phone.
there you go. Show me a little guts for a change. Go ahead.
Instead of another dopey Mets fan calling up to gloat.
That's
all right?
a fair point, yes.
All right, so, Chris, you know, I've called you a few times before when the Yanks have their back against the wall like this. I think they're going to win the game.
You know, the Yankees usually don't, backs against the wall. Last year, Game 5, Angels. Another year, Game 4 in Anaheim. Game 5 in Cleveland. I mean, Game 7 in Arizona. You know, this idea that the Yankees win all these last 2 years ago, Red Sox. The idea that the Yankees win all these incredible... Outside of the A's, the Yankees don't win these games.
All right,
they beat Oakland. They beat the lousy A's, but they beat nobody else in these spots.
Well, listen, before I get to my point about A-Rod, did you hear Joe Morgan last night saying what a great play that was by Cano, what a good effort that was? I was like, Joe, you're lost.
You got to dive on that. How does that ball get under his glove? That's
That was
a
ridiculous,
terrible
Chris.
play.
Absolutely
Terrible play. I mean, listen, I'm not trying to make Randy Johnson out to be God. And Randy Johnson, he took the money. He came here, so he takes the abuse, too. But he deserved better in that second inning or third inning, whatever it was.
Absolutely.
I mean, my good, Giambi can't throw the ball. They make a bad call at third base. I mean, the Yankees were terrible in that inning. For
Now,
God.
you know what? I'm not a big Randy fan. I give him a lot of abuse for last year, but I don't give him a lot for last night. You know, Chris, I've called you and Mike. I've called Joe, and even back when Joe was on with Sid, I called up to defend A-Rod. I can't defend this guy anymore, Chris. I know it's probably music to your ears to hear it, but I'm telling you, whether or not they win the game tonight, if he doesn't make a significant contribution, I am off the A-Rod bandwagon. Next year when I go to that stadium, if people want to throw things at him, if they want to...
Oh, no, Mike, you can't throw things. Come on now, let's not go crazy. You want to boo him, that's one thing. It'll be interesting about A-Rod. Yankees, if the 81 strikes come and go today and with no win, 81 strikes, that's all it is. If the 81 strikes come and go today without a win, it'd be interesting to see if the Yankees can get him out of here. Because it would be good for him to leave. Now, it'd be a big blemish on his career. Boris is a blowhard. I understand all that, the agent. But it would be best for all parties for him to go. It'd be best for the Yankees. It'd be best for A-Rod. It'd be best for the next team because they'll play well for the next team. It'd be best if he goes, if in fact they lose. And I think the Yankees are going down. I mean, I hate to say it. I think the Yankees are going down. Now, listen, I wouldn't like them tomorrow, Detroit. But I think the Yankees are going down. I mean, there's too many bad combinations today if you look at this fourth game. The one is Jarrett Wright. Wright stinks, okay? Wright in a big spot. Wright will change my opinion. He goes out there today and pitches a big game. I'm not counting on it. Yeah, that's a major issue for the Yankees is Wright. Number two, this Yankee group backs to the wall. I don't believe in them. All right? I didn't believe in them last year against the Angels. I don't believe in this group backs to the wall. They don't seem to respond and win that kind of game. That's number two. Number three, Detroit's got a lot of momentum, a lot of mojo. They got a cocky young little team. They don't care. They went out there in game 2 and they did what they had to do, winning that game from behind. They blew the Yankees out. They blew them out of the ballpark last night. I mean, they embarrassed the Yankees last night. They hit home runs. They ran on them. They embarrassed the Yankees. I mean, that team has got a lot of mojo. Those three combinations. And Bonderman throws the ball hard. There's a lot of things you don't like about the Yankees tonight. A lot of things. Kenny and Bayshore. Kenny, what's going on, pal?
Hey, what's up, man?
Hello, Ken. Doing? What do you have, buddy?
Hey, listen, you can't blame the Yankees for losing that game yesterday.
I know Rogers was great, but can I get one run off from Kenny in a big spot?
You know what? I'm going to tell you, man. This guy was pitching like a phenom yesterday, man. Honestly, the way he pitched yesterday, no team would have beat him, man. Not yesterday.
Well, I agree with his performance was superlative. He was good in his post game. He was emotional. His curveball was unhittable. I agree with all that. That 100% right. It still's Kenny Rogers. Okay? I agree with everything he said. I don't know if it was him or it was the Yankees. Probably a combination of both. The Yankees are flailing away. I mean, it was a magnificent performance. And I tell you, I hate to say it for Mike, but let's have some fun. Nothing was sweeter than watching Bernie Williams flail the ball all over the place. A little broken back line drive to third, 2 strikeouts with guys in scoring position. Nothing sweeter than that. Here is Joseph and Patterson. Joseph, what's going on?
Chris, you covered everything. You make it difficult to call in because you are right on the money. So I'll try for 2 more points. Your point about Guillen is fantastic. He's the best player on the field. And the way Yankee fans rationalize with A-Rod is to say, when he doesn't do well, he's still A-Rod. He's still the best. No, I'll tell you what. If Guillen played third base, I would sign him in a heartbeat.
I agree.
would do Guillen for A-Rod straight up.
No, I mean, I could see that. Guillen is a very good player. He switch hits, he fields, he hits home runs, he hits doubles, he makes all the plays. He's a guy, he's one of the most underrated. I've noticed it here these last 3-4 games. He's one of the most underrated players in baseball. Guy's a heck of a baseball player.
He's performing when they need him to perform. One thing about Bernie is, I'll tell you, I know Joe put him in at the last minute. Bernie almost changed the whole game. That ball he hit foul was maybe foul by 8-10 inches. That was the game right there.
You know, Willie McCovey had a line drive to second base, inch or two. You know, Giants win a championship, 1962. I could care less. Foul ball. Move on. McCovey hit a shot to Richardson. An inch in either direction, I win a World Series. I could care less. That's a strike, Bernie. See ya. 9:31, Sports Radio 66.
WFAN, New York.
For years, I avoided the dentist. No, not because I was afraid, because I simply could not afford it. That wasn't until I joined the Northeast Dental Plan of America. The very low annual fee, about $7 a month, entitled me to huge...
I mean, you're saying that they're going to lose, tonight's game, which is impossible. They're not going to lose tonight's game.
No,
they're going to outslug Detroit.
Now,
they're going to bring it back home. They're going to bring it back home,
right.
And they're going to win with Chamey Wong on the mound.
All right,
They're 12-3 at home.
They'll be difficult at home. I agree with that. Now, how many runs they're going to need for Jarrett Wright today?
I figured about 5 runs.
Oh, no, they're going to need a lot more than 5 runs, my friend. A lot more than 5. Don't make Jarrett Wright. Jarrett Wright is, well, listen here, prove me wrong today. I feel like Jarrett Wright, like a lot of Yankee fans felt about Rogers last night. And that's how I feel about Jarrett Wright today. I would not trust Jarrett Wright with my dog. I would not trust Jarrett Wright. In a big game, he implodes. The 97 7th game against the Marlins is a long time ago. Here's Anthony in Manhattan. Tony, what's going on?
Chris, I want to throw something out to you. The day I'm a Yankee fan, die hard. I had nightmares last night from them, all right? So I just want to ask you something. What's their record since Matsui came back? Because the day Matsui came back and then Sheffield destroyed the whole chemistry of this team. They were a winning team. They were a great team. They were like the 90s Yankees until these guys came back. I just wanted to throw that out, if you can find out the record for them since they came back.
Well, you had Bernie play last night. You had half of that equation back, and you still lost.
And you see Bernie was looking over his shoulder every 5 seconds. Every time he made a strike, he looked like he was going to cry out there. There's so much pressure on him because you can't have a $35 million player at every position. You can't, because no one can then relax and get into the groove of their game. Because every time you make a mistake, everyone's second-guessing. Well, if I only played this guy, we would have won. If I only did this, we would have won.
There's some truth to that. That's a good point. There is definitely some truth to that. I'll buy it. Here's Howard in East Brunswick, New Jersey. Howard, what's going on with you?
Chris, good morning.
Good morning, Howard.
I'm a Yankee fan. I'm calling to take my lump. I give it out when the Yankees are doing well, so I want to take it when I'm getting bad. The only thing that I ask is that we wait one more day, because it really isn't over yet.
Well, I'm not here tomorrow, and the next time you talk to me, I might have had a series that I lost, so I got to enjoy 2 games to 1 when I can. So I can't worry about one more day. I can worry about 9:37 on a Saturday morning, and you are 81 strikes, 27 outs from being an absolute colossal bust. And I'm telling you right now, that is sweet music to my ears. I don't care how a Yankee fan feels. I've heard Yankee fans give it to me for 50 years. My old man, right from the get-go. DiMaggio, Mantle, blah, blah, blah. I heard you kill me about Barry Bonds. Where's Bonds? The great Yankee machine with Pettit and Mariano and Jeter. The homegrown Posadas, the homegrown Yankees. You won 4 titles. I sat in that stadium time after time, year after year, watching them celebrate. Had to run out of that ballpark when Jeter hits home runs against Arizona. Arizona, and, Boone hits home runs against the Red Sox. I've had a lot of rough times there. I've been here for 20 years. I've had a lot of rough times there. You're not going to allow me not to have my enjoyment on a Saturday morning here on a cold October morning when Kenny Rogers shuts you down. You're going to hear about it. You're going to hear about it loudly. I have no problems doing it. I've been here since 1996. Well, really earlier than that. You want to go back to 94, but let's go 96. I've taken 10 straight years of Yankee fans. My partner, my father. In that stadium, day after day, year after year, the great Yankees. 26 championships, my family, my brothers-in-law. I don't want to hear it. Okay? You lose to the Tigers, you are the biggest bust. 2 years ago was a disaster. You go down in history as one of the worst. That's the worst collapse in history of baseball. You will never get around that. You lose to Detroit. Lose to Detroit. Mike in Newtown, PA. Mike?
Chris, how you doing
How
today?
are you, pal?
Sterling with his little commercial jingles, Murderers Row and Robbie Snow. They made Rogers look like Sandy Koufax. What a joke. They built this team to win a lot of games in the regular season. And you know what? The best stat last night is they couldn't move anyone over. They don't have anyone who plays like that.
2 leadoff doubles and I can't score.
And how about Mussina? Why don't we put some blame on Mussina?
Yeah, I agree with that.
You got to be kidding me. 3-1, $19.5 million. You can't keep that lead.
I think Mussina gets too much of a pass. He had the great game against the A's in Game 3. He had a good relief outing, excellent against the Red Sox in Game 7. I think Mussina gets a bit of a pass here. I happen to totally agree with you. He pitched terribly in Game 5 last year. Not good the other night. He got bombed in Game 1 against Arizona. He hasn't won a championship either. Fair point. I'm angry today, but I'm also happy. I'm happy. Now, where do you stand in Yankee land, Mr. McCann?
Mr. McCann is very unhappy.
So you're a Yankee fan.
Mm-hmm. Almost spoiled the taste of my steak last night.
You think they're going to win this game today?
I'm a fan, but I have grave doubts. We'll pick this up later.
No, I think the Yankees are losing today, too. I think the mojo's against them, and it's Jared Wright.
Jared Wright.
I think you got problems today. I think if you're a Yankee fan, it's going to be a long... Yeah, you're a Yankee fan, 7:30 tonight. 9:40 update, McCann, Sports Radio 66.
All right, Chris. Kenny Rogers dazzled the Yankees with his curveball, teaming with Joel Zumaya and Todd Jones in the Tigers' 6-0 shutout in ALDS Game 3. After the game, Johnny Damon talked about the Yankees slumbering lumber.
With our lineup, there's no reason why we get shut out, especially in a playoff game. Baseball is a fun game sometimes. We didn't get the job done, and tomorrow, it's all on the line. We have to go out, and everybody needs to expect to be the man tomorrow, Someone needs to really step up really big.
Courtesy of the Yes Network, Tigers up 2-1 a victory.
With Polanco, he didn't see a replay on that. I thought he was safe. And before you go crazy in the calls, the play down the left field line, that line drive, probably cost the Tigers an extra base. I don't know how Larry Vanover missed that call. McClellan down there. How do you miss that? The ball hit the chalk. My goodness, it was an obvious one. Here's Louie in Parsippany. Louie, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, Mad Dog?
Hi,
First
Lou.
time, long time.
Nice to have you aboard, pal. What do you have?
All right. I understand the Yankees are looking horrible, but why isn't Torrey playing Melky Cabrera? They were down how many games to the Boston Red Sox without Matsui and without Sheffield, and now they put the two back on and they don't hit. I understand Matsui's Matsui, but they have chemistry with Melky.
Cabrera is kind of a Tiger kind of player. That he fits that Granderson, Thames, Guillen type of... He's that kind of guy. He fit right in the Tiger team. So, you know what? Why not play him? I don't have a problem with that. And I think Nick hit it right on the head. You bench Giambi. You DH Cabrera, Sheffield at first base. DH Matsui, Sheffield at first base, and put Cabrera on left. That may be the way to go today. Here's Mel in Bayside. Mel, what's happening?
How you doing, Chris?
Hello, Mel. Mel, your Dodgers are done, huh?
Yeah, it looks that way.
What a terrible... Hey, can they show up in Game 2?
You whatever, but I want to tell you something. When you get your giant tickets, they're going to give Dennis some tickets if he goes out to...
He deserves a few, yes.
Yeah, give him. Give you all your friends. Listen, Chris, A-Rod is not a difference maker. He hasn't been a difference maker since he came to the Yankees. The Yankees need more lunch pail guys They will never win.
The team that got swept by the Royals last week trying to win a division. They lost 31 of their last. They lost 31 of their last 50 games, Bill.
Yeah. Do you hear that sound? Do you hear that sound?
What sound is that?
Beep, 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 beep. That's the truck backing up, baby.
Well, there you go. Well, again, you can back up the truck all you want. Who are you taking out of here? Explain. What? You don't re-sign Sheffield. All right. Well, what else? You Musina, you keep him out. All right, fine. Who else? Giambi stays, Matsui stays, Damon stays, A-Rod's going to stay because he's got no trade. Who else? James, cell phone. James, what's happening today?
How are you, Chris? First time, long time. I love you guys. You do a great job.
All right, James, what's on your mind, buddy?
I don't want to change nothing, but hopefully the Yankees get knocked out. What do you think it's going to do for the Mets' momentum? You think they're going to back off, or what's going to happen?
I think the Mets right now, I think they're going to lose the next two games. I think there'll be a Game 5. I think the Mets will win that fifth game, but I do think the Mets could have trouble these next couple nights. I can see Traxler struggling today, Maddox. I definitely see problems for Oliver Perez. I can see the Mets losing 2 in a row here. 9:52, we're on Sports Radio 66.
There's only one way a Yankee fan should look at this. You remember when the Princeton Tigers almost knocked off Georgetown back in the NCAA?
How could I forget? Yeah.
That's the way you have to look at this. I mean, if the Yankees can steady themselves and get straightened up and get through these next two games, I think they'll have an easier run through the playoffs. But, I mean, they've been bloodied and bowed, but there's no question they can win today, and there's no question if they go back to the stadium tomorrow night, they can win. And then I think they'll have their legs underneath them. I just think they have to sort of survive this body blow. I really do. But having said that...
That's nice logic. It sounds good. I can see the point where you're trying to make, but you are pitching Jarrett Wright in a tough spot with a lot of mojo. They've come out of it. They've nailed you twice. You look like a weird team. You look like you're in big trouble in this series,
Mike. You look like a heavyweight who's just been punched in the solar plexus and now is backpedaling. But they've got to steady themselves and they've got to find a way to win tonight. And I'm nervous about tonight. But I tell you a couple things that if Joe Torre was managing the Detroit Tigers, there's no question in my mind after Kenny Rogers got through the sixth inning, he would have been pulled out of that game. And that's what I loved about Leland. He let him pitch not only the seventh, but into the eighth inning. And, Leland has clearly outmanaged Torre. Torre sits on that bench. There's not an expression on his face. He looks like a Buddha sitting on that bench. He doesn't move.